The Brothers of Liberty, here to remind you what true freedom is.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Liberty with the older brother Kelton here. Today we're going to discuss a Florida bill that's been discussed in the nation and stuff. In fact, Disney is the employees are going to do a walkout across the United States in protest of this bill. The bill itself is House Bill 1557. The left-wing media has dubbed it the Don't Say Gay bill. But if they actually went to public school and learned an education instead of being indoctrinated, and they read the bill, it would read completely different of what the narrative they're trying to give. The actual title of the bill is Parental Rights and Education, which is why they hate it, because they don't want parents to have rights in education. So let's actually read the whole bill, shall we? Parental rights in education requires district school boards to adopt procedures that comport with certain provisions of law for notifying students' parents of specified information, requires such procedures to reinforce fundamental rights of parents to make decisions regarding upbringing and control of their children, prohibit school district from adopting procedures or student support forms that prohibit school district personnel from notifying parent about specified information, or that encourages student to withhold from parents such information, prohibit school district personnel from discouraging or prohibiting parent notification and involvement in critical decisions affecting students' mental, emotional, or physical well-being, prohibits classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in certain grade levels, requires school district to notify parents of health care services, authorize parents to bring action against school district to obtain declaratory judgment, provides for additional award of injunctive relief, damages, and reasonable attorney fees and court costs to certain parents. And that bill was signed into law. And there will be a link of that bill if you actually want to click the link and not click on CNN, because CNN won't give you the link. So, from what I read there, I did not see anywhere it says do not say gay. All it says is for certain grade levels, which the consensus seems to be pre-K to third grade, not to discuss sexual orientation or gender identity, which young kids shouldn't be needing to discuss. Pretty much it's saying they're going to go back to the basics of education and not that word the left want to use, indoctrination. Because the left wants to mold people's minds at a very young age, just like Hitler did with the youth program, to see their ways. They don't want parents to be involved. So tell me where it's causing an issue. It's literally saying there's not going to be any discussion of in certain grade levels of sexual orientation or identity or anything like that. And I agree with that. All it's saying is they're going to teach education, but the left does not want education, because education means that the student will think for themselves and not listen to the propaganda that the teacher gives, that the left wing tells the teacher to give. If you don't like that law, California and New York will welcome you and take away all your parent rights, because remember, they made it where kids can have abortion now without telling their parents, even though they're on the same insurance in California. Just food for thought there. Um, you know, so like I said, the actual consensus is pre-K to third grade. I mean, there was even a video where DeSantis made a reporter read the actual law. And the reporter had to shut up, because the reporter, even though trying to push the narrative "Don't Say Gay" bill, couldn't argue with DeSantis when DeSantis asked him, where does it say that? And you know what? This is what's happening. Make all those who say don't say gay, I challenge you to read the actual law. You're not going to do it, though, because you rather listen to CNN. I mean, if CNN said that the sun was black, you would believe CNN. Seriously. Because it's government sanctioned. You don't listen to the truth. Now, what's funny is the media was ignoring another Florida bill, which I think is a little bit more controversial. And that was Florida House Bill 1055. And it's pretty much saying it will allow cameras in the classrooms so you can see what the students are doing and the parents. Now, the bill itself actually died about 8 days ago, on March 14th. The Early Learning and Elementary Education Subcommittee killed it. And there's mixed reviews about that camera bill. I was kind of against it because that's going a little step too far, because what if certain hackers get in and child molesters and things like that happen? So I was kind of against that bill, because no matter how secure a site is, there's always hackers that can break it. But yes, no one was talking about that bill, even though they were both going on at the same time. They also wanted to say, oh, because it mentions sexual orientation, it's saying don't say gay. No, it's just saying that we want to go back to the basics and teach our children 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, how to read, how to write, and not teach them what to think. And that it's okay not to listen to your mom and your daddy. Remember, the parents are in charge, not the teachers. And I guess the school boards back in 2021 that was up for election, who got decimated with all the progressive people being eliminated by voting and elections. Apparently the school boards didn't get the memo that the parents are tired of their BS. So this is one parent saying, I'm not up for the bullshit the school board gives. It is my child. And if I elect you to do a job, I expect you to elect you to do an education, not indoctrination, just like the state of Florida. But that's just my opinion on it. What's your opinion? Like, share, subscribe, put it in the comments. I'm sure I'll get a few nasty comments, but this has nothing to do with discrimination. This has to do with education. And it never said that it's not to discuss it in later grades. It's just saying that let's focus on what's more important. You want America to be number one in education? Then actually focus on education and not indoctrination. That's what every other country does. And that's why America is not number one. So, if you have any topics you want us to discuss, brothersofliberty76@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And once again, this is the older brother of liberty, reminding you what true freedom is and ought to be.